Visiting with Coach Koletzky with the Sturgis Scoopers. And Coach, congratulations, a great win over a really good Spearfish Spartans football team.
Yeah, tough game against tough conditions out there at Woodall last Thursday, and Spearfish came out exactly how I thought they would come out, and come out prepared and battle us there in that first quarter, and kind of gut punched us a little bit, and our boys had to respond.
We knew it was going to be snow. Do you prepare for a game any differently than normal when you know it's going to be snowing? It snowed throughout the whole game.
Yeah, it's hard to prepare for snow, especially when it comes on like that. Again, you have the change of the seasons. When it rains or something like that, we can play with the wet ball out there. We can kind of, play with those situations in practice. But when it snows like that, every now and then you'll have a practice that might be like that, and you tough your way through it. But the way that storm came on and the snow kind of flew all night. We're out here right now, obviously with the snow on the ground. We look at the weather, and it's going to be hopefully a little warmer for this coming Thursday. But, yeah, it's hard to prepare for the snow and the cold for sure.
You talk about Spearfish being ready to play. They open things up with a long touchdown pass.
Yeah, a long touchdown pass, to their number 10. They're wide out from their freshman quarterback. Our corner just had bad footing and a bad attempt there at a tackle, and they sprung it for a touchdown. And that definitely gut punched us early in the game, and we had to respond. And that was something that, as a coach, that you're not surprised of the way Spearfish came out and fought. That's something that we preach to our boys all week to be ready, and Spearfish responded well in that first drive.
And speaking of responding to their score, you scored on your first drive after that. Caden Phillips had like a 48-yard touchdown run.
Yeah, that was something that we've been talking about, that we have to get our run game established, especially this time of year in South Dakota. You don't know what the weather's going to do like it did last Thursday, and that was nice to see that we broke that first big run off in the first series, so that was good.
Caden Phillips also had a pretty long punt return later in the game. Is that something you can coach, or is that kind of luck, or how's that work?
Well, we've been working hard with Caden, just catching the ball on punt returns. That's something that, was preached on him early that we needed to improve on, was catching punts, because that's the punt returner's number one job. And I know Coach Anderson's been working a lot with him, just how to play the ball on bounces and how to be ready and to play that ball in the air. And we've seen some improvement from Caden there, which is good to see, because it saves field position.
A lot of your plays had a lot of nice offensive plays. Sandon Graham had a really nice 48-yard touchdown catch.
Yeah, that was kind of a one-on-one situation there, and we expect Sandon to win a lot of those, and he has this year. He's really kind of come along as being our go-to playmaker and one of our biggest threats in our offense, and he's come a long way since he was a sophomore. And it's nice to see him kind of, when we give him those opportunities, he's going to come through for us and get those big plays.
Offense, defense, you had a lot of players that really stepped up that game.
Yeah, it was nice to see Jared Duran get some sacks there towards the second half of the game, and I know Sandon had 3-4 sacks. It was nice to be able to put pressure on Spearfish just rushing three, and that was kind of the difference in the second half, where we kind of started piling some points on, is that we could get some pressure playing, only rushing three guys on defense, and our offense stringing some drives together and some big plays together.
Football is always a talk about what you do in the red zone, and I remember one player ran and took one right up the middle, a couple yards, right up the gut.
Yeah, Ren's, him and his brother and Reese Jacobs and Talon Alsher, those boys are some of our tough players that we've talked about this year, that, when you want to give the ball, you want to get some tough yards, those are the guys that we want to give it to.
Everyone in town is excited about opening up the playoffs at home this Thursday, taking on a team that you already beat this year. Is that tough?
Oh, it's way tougher beating a team the second time around, I'll tell you that much. And this is going to be a dogfight. Huron's a different team than they were the first time we played them. They've really focused on the run. That's how they beat Mitchell last week to earn their fifth-round seed. And, it's time for us to win this first-round playoff game and to go into the second round and see if we can do. That's our expectations. And but our players have to know, and our coaches know, that this is going to be a dogfight, and it's going to be tougher than the first time, because Huron wants to, make sure what happened in that first game isn't going to happen again when they come out here. So we got to be ready.
All right, Coach. Looking forward to the game Thursday.
Thank you.